I know what you're thinking. I'm just an ordinary run-of-the-mill hedge.
I can live with that.
I was born cedar, and sure.
I know how you feel about that too.
You think cedars are ugly. We're a dime a dozen. You prefer lilacs.
Your loss.
I smell good and I stay green all year.
Small people use me for shade.
I'm thick enough for hiding stuff. Okay. So maybe I've got a few mosquitoes. But that's it.
Maybe some caterpillars and the odd mouse.
Nothing dangerous. I sure never deserved what I got from you guys. Humans. You make me sick.
Hi, pal. Looking good. Because I just love what you've done with your hair. And you in that shirt, it suits you perfect. I'm just so glad you could all join us this evening. Now, if there was some way I could turn back the hands of time and undo the awful events of the past few months, oh gosh, oh gee.
The whole thing was your fault.
Hedge, my friend, please. I had nothing to do with it. Zilcho, Nick.
You had everything to do with it. You were the catalyst, the accelerator, and you should have been the brakes.
I was trying to phrase, but you don't have a firm grip on logic. And my only interest was for the well-being of the parties involved.
Yeah. Wait. Why don't we let the audience be the judge of that? That looks like a fine-quality jury right there. Let's fly it by them and see what they think.
Why don't we? No skin off my back. I've got nothing to hide. My hands are clean. Now, my friends, Hedge here, this motley, blight-ridden haven for freeloading caterpillars and dirty birds, this collector of blowing newspapers, this catcher of flying plastic debris, this low-rent hotel for refuse, Hedge seems to think his current physical failure is my fault.
I can prove it.
He's feeling a little on the hard done-by side of life because things haven't worked out for him. He is, after all, just another cedar hedge. I mean, he gets a little bit messed up, and what does he do? He starts casting the blame all over the place.
Not all over the place.
Just at you.
Today, I'm the villain, but just watch. Sooner or later, he'll be trying to blame all of you, too. Why not? They live in this country, same as me. My sins are their sins.
Quit grandstanding. You're trying to get them on your side. Get on with the story.
My name is Widget, and I'm the 4th generation Widget to be in the hardware business in this town. That's quite a record, eh? In this whole county, I doubt there's one house or barn that doesn't have at least one Widget whatchamacallit.
Really?
Because we sell everything cheap. Now, sure, we make a little profit here and there. There's no law against that. Widgets are community pillars. We employ lots of people. We donate money to charities.
This is starting to sound like an advertisement.
It's a public service announcement. Did I mention that we employ lots of people? And we tie up our garbage in almost biodegradable plastic bags. I buy a chocolate bar every time there's a fundraiser at the high school. We're a key part of this awfully nice town.
It was awfully nice.
It still is, and it's still full of awfully nice people too. Which is why it was all the more surprising and, yes, hurtful when the Smiths and the Joneses started fighting. Now personally, and this is speaking as a respectable merchant, I was horrified, dismayed, depressed.
Personally, and this is speaking as a hedge,
I was wrecked.
We were all shaken up.
Shaken up? Look at me. And it's all because of
But
you.
for this craven collection of curling leaves to insinuate that I, Widget, Mr. Honest, Mr. Nice Guy, for him to hint that I could have had anything to do with it. It's outrageous. It's so outrageous that it makes me laugh. You see, I'm laughing.
But it was your fault.
It was not. The very idea is laughable.
Are you going to tell the story, or will I?
Would believe a hedge. All right. This is primarily the tale of two families, the Smiths and the Joneses.
They already know that.
The Smiths and the Joneses. Two ordinary families separated by one exceedingly ordinary hedge. Don and Debbie Jones and Fifi.
Fifi.
They lived at number 3, Silverfish Crescent. Peter and Judy Smith lived next door at number 5.
And Rex.
Rex isn't in the story yet, but... Oh gosh, where's Peter Smith now? Yes, Peter is a nice, law-abiding man. A teacher in the local high school. Right, sounds
That's right, Widget. I tell students where to go.
that's that you do. Welcome to our little parable. Now, as you can see, Peter Smith is the handsomest man in the world. Or the smartest. But there was something about him that Judy Smith found attractive, so she married him. Hi, it's Judy. The office manager of a local insurance agency. Judy enjoys golf, water skiing, gardening, and gardening.
Especially gardening, Widget. My naughty old island part of the entire summer. Hiya, Hedge.
Last year, Peter and Judy Smith spent over $1,000 in my store. Items for the new rec room Peter's building. Gardening supplies for Judy. You'll never hear me say a bad word about the Smiths, ever.
Ha.
Don and Debbie Jones are equally nice folks. Debbie works at the bank in a position of trust and responsibility.
Although I wasn't born here, I've come to love this town.
That's swell. Isn't that nice? She loves it here. Now, I hear you're a fan of opera.
Ah, that's right.
Where's your husband? Oh, Dawn, there you are. Step forward and say, hey, Dawn. Don't be shy. You're among friends. Dawn here runs the variety store on Water Street. How's business going anyway?
Good?
Care to elaborate?
Up.
Ah,
Lots.
that's great.
Lots and lots.
Great, pal. Last year,
Really, really up. Really up lots. Lots and lots and really up.
last
A whole
year.
pile, really lots up and up and up and way up and...
Shut up!
Thank you.
Now, last year, Don and Debbie Jones spent nearly $2,000 in my store. They are fine, upstanding citizens, and you'll never hear me say a word against them.
Fifi.
How could I forget? Now, the Joneses have a small schnauzer. They're the dogs that look like little dust balls on legs. Fifi. Come out, Fifi, and take a bow. Oh, come on, Fifi.
Come out, little wham chop. Here she comes.
Sweet bye,
Lammy chop chop. Please.
Honestly.
You done
It's
about
pretty sickening.
We have to wonder at the sanity of dogs.
Daddy's digging. Gee.
Dawn, look at that bird up there.
Oh, yeah, would you just look at it.
Get lost!
Get lost in town, what? Scram, Fleabag.
Get lost.
Aw, come on, Fifi.
Well,
What darn dog?
where's my shovel?
No, wait. We haven't got to that part of the story yet.
Fifi just...
We'll get to Fifi in a second. I want to go back a bit and tell them about the pride that you took in Hedge.
Fine.
Because you really were proud of him.
Yep, we groomed Hedge like a golf green.
You like that, don't you?
Oh,
Yeah. Would you like your sides done?
Yeah, Judy. Do it to me, Judy, baby.
They took wonderful care of Hedge. I sold them only the finest organic fertilizers and sprays, and they used the gentlest of clippers. I sharpened them myself every month.
There were birds in our hedge.
And a wonderful set of cedar.
Helpful bugs.
The kind of bugs you'd take home to mother, if you were a hedge.
Good urban insects, susceptible to sprays.
And nice birds eating the nice sprayed bugs.
The funny thing about Hedge is that no one is quite sure how he got there in the first place.
We got here 6 years ago. He was already that tall.
And we've been here 8. He was here then.
I came from the forests,
From the wilds of the Canadian Shield.
From the land of the wolf and bear.
Where hedges are hedges.
And cedars stand tall and tough and proud.
My mother was probably 100 feet tall.
I bet you she had bugs on her like you wouldn't believe. And my dad? Maybe he was a mighty Douglas fir.
They say that good hedges make good neighbors, and in the early days, the Smiths and the Joneses got along famously.
She's calling us. Hello, Debbie?
Judy, it's Debbie.
Debbie!
Judy! Judy, Dawn and I were wondering if you and Peter would like to come over.
How lovely. They're inviting us over.
Who?
Debbie and Dawn.
Debbie and Dawn?
Dawn and I think it's time you progress to the next stage.
Oh gosh, how exciting is that? We'll be right over.
The couples were taking a correspondence course in dancing. You know, one of those things where you send away, and just for a few dollars, every week you get a tape and memo of instructions.
Which one are we at now?
We've done the Charleston and the jitterbug.
The twist and the gavotte.
Although, I wouldn't mind square dancing again.
I kind of thought it was time for
Tango!
Ah, yes, they were ultra-compatible neighbors, all right. Life on Silverfish was couldn't have been happier. It's hard to say what broke it all up.
Some say it was Fifi.
Not the widow Weepy.
Never, whatever. I'm with Smith on this. Phoebe started it.
You see, the Smith side of Hedge seemed to offer Fifi all the privacy her schnauzer sensibilities required. This didn't suit well with the Smiths.
Widget, I need a shovel.
Plastic, aluminum, snow, shiny.
Just the little one. Fifi sized.
Yes, I understand. Now the Smiths made a real point of lobbing Fifi's autographs back over Hedge and into the Joneses' yard.
Careful!
But the Joneses continued to let Fifi wander wherever she wanted, so the Smiths upped the stakes.
I need a dog collar and a chain. A big collar and a thick chain for Rex.
The Smith's new dog was incredibly large.
Huge.
Little Fifi Weepy took one look at Rex and decided to stay on her side of me.
Rex, on the other hand, was irresistibly drawn to the Joneses' side,
Where he dug holes.
obeying some vague genetic impulse.
He's at it again!
My poor manicured lawn. Rex has it looking like an open pit mine.
Dawn was in the store a couple days later, buying defense materials.
And while you're at it, give me some lime.
Lime?
Lime?
Lime? Lime?
Lime?
I heard somewhere that dogs won't walk on lime. I'm gonna lime a 5-foot swath around that hedge.
Lime's not in my contract.
Hold still.
It's for your own good. Quit twitching. It stings. It'll also keep Rex out.
Really? Just a bit then.
Because of the dogs and the lime, the atmosphere, and some of the lawn on Silverfish Crescent got a little bit poisoned.
Unkind words were exchanged.
Insect. Larva. Pupae.
Bug.
That night, Dawn and Debbie tangoed alone.
So did the Smiths.
There's something missing.
This just doesn't feel right.
But they wouldn't admit it, even to themselves, that it's a lot more fun to tangle with your neighbor's spouse than it is with your own.
Tango! Wahoo! Yippee! Tango! Hot, hot, hot! Hot!
I bet they're not having.
As much fun as we are, Anne.
I bet they wish they could be.
Over here with us, Anne.
I wish we could be.
Over there with them. But if they want to tangle with us,
They can darn well apologize first!
Sail on lime, lime half price, shovels. Ah, there must be something I can sell you.
as a matter of fact, I'd like a garbage lid.
Certainly.
I need a helmet too. And do you have any horns? I mean for sale. Those'll do.
He forgot to tell you, Debbie Jones was a frustrated opera singer. When she was a kid, everyone said it'd only be a few years before she was singing all over the world. People in the know said there'd be two names on everyone's lips.
Taylor Swift.
And Debbie.
But it never happened. Debbie developed a wobble in her warble, and the jobs whittled away. She never became a star.
But at night she'd still practice.
It was agony.
Yes, dear, you may as well share the wealth. A talent like yours should be heard all over the world. Or at least over the hedge. Ha ha. Ha ha.
My public. Oh, how I adore my public. Oh no! Anything but this! I can't stand opera! It's not natural for a hedge to listen to opera. This is torture! Lie me, bring back the dogs. Anything but this!
Which was exactly how the Smiths felt too.
They've got 2 bars!
She's singing too high!
She said you too flat!
Too flat, too sharp, all at the same time!
Do something, I beg you. Do something.
Keep it up, dear. They're hurting.
Oh, Peter, I can't stand it anymore. Let's just move.
Bear up, honey! Stiff upper lip! Widget, I need a blaster. The biggest one you've got. And music. Who's the most annoying, obnoxious singer today?
Rebecca Black.
Sounds good to me. This is war! Break up the volume and a 1 and a 2. Fire!
Stop! Cease fire!
The noise is killing me.
You've got to talk as you put that box away.
Kill the drill, sister.
Hey, this is a free country, Hedge. If they want to play music, well, batteries?
You can afford to say it's free country because you're making money from this. And you live on the other side of town.
But they're driving me nuts.
When was the last time you saw a bird in these leaves? Or a half-decent bug?
They all go by and flew off, but I'm stuck here and I want some peace and quiet. So, can we talk?
That's nice. Everyone's settling down peacefully. Do this for me, eh, guys? We'll have a little conference, and then we'll live happily ever after. Debbie, why don't you go first?
I'll type Fifi if you'll chain Rex.
That's all very well, but Fifi is only 1/10 the size of Rex. So if you really want to be fair, you have to tie up 10 Fifis.
And you have to include an unbreakable promise to never, ever sing opera anywhere in the known universe ever again. I've never heard anything so awful.
Opera's a completely different issue. We aren't discussing my wife singing today, we're talking dogs.
And anyway, how can we be sure you won't let Rex out at night?
Good point. I'll monitor them. Let them solve this themselves. They're adults. How about another garbage lid, Don? You and Debbie could sing duets.
How much?
We should really see about buying some more batteries.
And just like that, negotiations broke down. It was so maddening.
That's so very upsetting. I wonder if I have any bags of lime left.
Some might say you have a vested interest in continuing this conflict.
I resent that. I signed the Hardware Merchants Good Behavior Treaty. I will never knowingly sell something to someone that can be used in an offensive manner. And I haven't. Everything I've sold is for defensive purposes only.
Great idea. Widget, need some glue.
Glue? Coming right up.
Glue.
Make it stick, honey.
Cut that out!
The nerve! Did I say it was maddening? I could give you a lot of other words. Depressing,
Avoidable.
painful. I've been green for so many years, and now it's being destroyed by something so childish, so senseless.
By an argument that no one could remember the reason for.
By a fire they all knew how to start.
But none of them could put out.
Give me a chainsaw.
Timber!
Spray paint.
Red, blue.
Red.
Don and Debbie Jones are vermin!
break hands clutched in their angry little hands, with only me separating them, or what was left of me.
And then they got right back to it.
They had to finish what they started.
If I'd ever guessed what the kerosene was for. Or the matches, for that matter.
It's irrelevant who did it, who lit the match that ended it all. I decided to pack it in. If only you'd look back and think about your role in all this. If only you'd do that, I wouldn't feel that this was so meaningless.
Hedge. Hedge. Oh, my friends, I'm as upset about this as everyone else. I love Hedges, and sure, that one was a little obnoxious, but even he didn't deserve what he got. I know that. But it isn't fair to hit it all on me. I didn't know they'd behave that way. Not Don and Debbie Jones. They're model citizens, like you and me. And Peter and Judy Smith, they were good folk too, nothing shabby about them. I can't imagine what got into them. Now I know what you're thinking, but you saw it all. I only sold them the things they asked for. I didn't know how they'd be using them. Remember, it's not the gun that does the killing. It's the person who pulls the trigger. What would you have done differently? What are you doing differently? Sure, you're the jury, and you can convict me of whatever you want. But you better be fair. Put yourself in my shoes. Or are you already in them?